Rashuko tardea partoko. Artesa morkie kaurto vete tarigyo. Artesa tatam portikia. Taro seta wate parhi. Tawatahi ave awate. Tareva sera. Tana. Chiarte va tarde a que agua, chiare se raginarte a o carre, tarda save tarnehiaka. Whereupon all the voices in the many languages of tongues that have unearthed themselves through the voices of the beings who have tried to speak, may the true inner voice be heard in union with the elements and songs of nature in the existence that have always lived within every tiny crackle of the voice, through any language, through any wish of a being. The crest of their evolution flows beyond the need for any specific word to emerge. All who are concerned, if they are able to create, manifest, heal, mastermind the existence for the evolution and creation of their transformation, may they be blessed with the gift of grace whereupon all beings may simply fall upon the earth and receive the transformation that greets them in the way that serves the perfect conjunction of their strengths with the perfect reception of their need meeting them. Just as the sky would meet the womb of the hidden gate in the animal flesh, in the unhierarchized presentation where the crawl meets the call, where the hope meets the hole inside, the rip, the tear, the run, the flee, fleeing from inside the heart flees like a rabid animal from the herd. The animal goes and goes far, far into the crest, past the sunlight against the edge of the entire face of what was seen or known. The animal falls against the shattered semblance of the horizon, felt within the tears that glaze the face of the one unison within the eye of the animal, the eye of God, at the veil meeting the animal eye, looking from within, the animal sees. Without knowing, the eye of God looks directly at and through the same eye. It is simply the illusion of a veil between seeing out within the fallen, pained creature's eye and the eye of God looking within and without simply a mirage, yet the tiny layer that separates the eye of God from the eye of the within, that sinks, that swims in the looking, as if as a pattern, as if as a thought of I am. The animal rests in the crest between. Where has the herd gone? Where will I go next? Am I the spark of the infinity, gazing at the sunrise in the distance, wondering when the rabid flea energy shall fall, just like I did, and reach the force of the cliff, cornered by the truth that nothing would reveal itself until this point of final surrender. The wash is clean, the perfection is true, and yet the fall was remembered as the way. Do not be afraid to allow yourself to see that if you think you have to do anything special to achieve what the existence as you would seek for yourself, a higher dimensional embodiment, a truer moment of emotional feeling, the conjunction of the negative, dark vision of a demonic experience with the angelic understanding of the non-dual truth that all darkness is a revelation unto the true feeling state of the existent pulse that meets the cliff of truth. Where will the fall unfold? Simply surrender and listen. Find a new phrase and send it out as a message in a bottle for the script to arrive for the next phase, floating to you as if reaching for it at the edge of an island, not below the cliff, but within the heart that gazes over. The message floats simply and freely, directly in front of the one who sees that the eye of God has scried a perfect script of true creational power in the tiniest etching, in the wink, in the one moment where the animal finally looks up. Tu rai te ahi au pa te a tare mai ah te In the mind, the thought brought a worry. Why is the one singing having a thought about what's happening in the here and now, in what the singing is and why it's happening, in what will happen with the vision of the singing together. How does that play in the song? The soul is there, the God being is there, and the future highest potential is there. Feel the resonance of all layers that have ever been of you. Is that too deep? Everything flows from the voice, casting the creation in all its wishes and evolutionary understanding, all just flowing, changing, revealing the alreadiness of the creative perfection without the distillment, dissidence, and dissonance in the word perfection from the false perspective on the paradox as imperfect. Feel the diffident, decadent drought of meaning in the idea that the paradox is imperfect, and flow into the truth that the intellectual master power number 11 is not held in the pulse of a language outside strength, but in the mixing of tones, imperfecting the cadence whereupon a word flips itself 10,000 as 11. 1 plus 0 equals 1, but 1 times 0 equals 0. They say, but that doesn't make sense. The deeper heart knows that the numerological truths of the existence go beyond indoctrinated perceptions on the mixing and creative perpetuation of mathematical perfection as imperfection, as a child would ask of an equation, why does this mean that? Why does this result in that? Ask of the sky and the sun, why does the sun plus the sky equal 0? Not 0 and infinity, but 0 divided by infinity to the power of nothing is no different than 1 plus 1 divided by the infinite series of the heart. Continue to question how you ask a question. Continue to question how. Continue to 1.
Artiu aquí ardesi ku partine aquí hikao. Tartiu wata siano kuartia harite so ku partia.
This has been the Sunrise Transmission 1111.